Alright guys, welcome back once again to CryptoDOT. So in this video we are going to be addressing some real possibilities of a bull market from this exact moment, from this exact point. We're going to be evaluating if the crypto markets are really going to be reversing from these levels, or is it just going to be a fake out, or maybe just a little bit of alt season, then we go down back again to shit. So without any further ado guys, let's jump on to some relevant information. Talking about the bigger picture, this is total cryptocurrency market capitalization. Guys, what do we have right here? We have the bearish cross going on between the 21 and the 55 simple moving average right here. And every single time you see these crosses, yes, our trend is down as a whole. As a whole, guys, our trend is down. The first one being right here at 14th September 2014 itself, long ago, right? So this trend has been there since a very long time. And whenever we see these kind of signatures onto the total crypto market capitalization, essentially what happens is that your capital will be just flowing right across the crypto market itself. Essentially there is no new capital into the market. It is just the existing capital which is just flowing in and out of crypto assets, for that matter, mostly altcoins, guys, altcoins. Now the total crypto market capitalization has a bearish cross, and certainly our direction is to the downside. So as a whole, as a bigger picture, I don't think there is an influx of new money to the market. And guys, essentially we see bull runs when there is an influx of new money in the market, right? Now essentially most of the things are going to be your capital rotation in and out of different crypto assets, whereas your total capitalization is going to probably trend alongside the 21 exponential on the 3-day time frame itself, one of the most relevant time frame out of which you can certainly determine most of your long-term trends, right? So it's pretty much clear that there is no new capital flowing to the market. So next up we have Bitcoin dominance, guys. This is looking like shit back again. I mean, yep, we are rejecting any level of support on Bitcoin itself, which is why most of the altcoins are up significantly. And I really hope, guys, all of you are making killing gains into these crypto assets, because guys, the trends are pretty simple. Everything that is currently going to the upside is trending alongside the exponential band, guys, the MA exponential ribbon. Everything is trending alongside that one to the upside, which is why I don't think it's a rocket science to make money off of this bounce right here on most of the altcoins, right? And guys, check this out. The dominance, I don't think the Bitcoin dominance can stop falling all the way until these price points. Not exactly price point, but yeah, percentage. I think dominance can certainly make all the way back down towards 40% on BTC dominance itself, and altcoins are certainly going to look better, guys. Altcoins are anyway looking better, all because of Ethereum, all thanks to Ethereum. So let's take a look at other things as well, guys. We have total 2, everything apart from Bitcoin itself, and we don't see that bearish cross right here. Now to my own surprise, this is quite different from our total crypto market capitalization going on, which is why it is signaling that altcoins could have party, guys. Altcoins could have that up move going on for the rest of the July, to be honest with you, because guys, until we see this bearish cross formulating on to 3-day time frame between the 21 and the 55 exponential itself, I don't think there is going to be any death and destruction happening on altcoin, and most likely they're going to be creeping and climbing towards the upside slowly but surely, guys. This one is looking different from total crypto market capitalization, and until we see this bearish cross happening between these moving averages, although I do feel that yep, it can happen in such posture, yes, it can certainly happen. The 21 exponential is inclined to the downside, whereas the 55 is coming in hard towards this one. Most likely the bearish cross will happen, but until then, yes, we can climb up all the way towards these levels of liquidity, guys. We are talking about 1 trillion market capitalization excluding Bitcoin itself. So the general altcoin landscape has a potential 25% room to grow to the upside in the coming days for the rest of the July. So certainly most of the things are looking nice in terms of the altcoins. Certainly not for Bitcoin, right? So let's jump on to Bitcoin itself. Now what is this doing, guys? It's just simply downtrending alongside this I don't know whatever pattern you can call this one, but yep, it's a falling wedge. And guys, we tried to violate this one to the upside, but we got rejected like a little bitch and just came down all the way towards these levels back again, and your trend is still down, guys. The important things, the bigger picture, the bigger trend is certainly towards the downside, guys. You can see how the price is inclined to the downside. guys, as simple as it can get. And until we are actually clearing these levels to the upside, I'm talking about $36,000 levels in the small to mid time frames to the upside. I don't think most of the altcoins are going to be trending hard against the USD pair. Certainly they're going to make their own trends, but if you noticed, most of the altcoins are trending extremely nicely against the BTC pairs, guys. The dominance is going down and Bitcoin is completely sideways, which is why altcoins against BTC are gaining significant amount of value, guys. And you can see from the total crypto market capitalization itself that the new money is not here in the market. It's just the existing money which is flowing in and out of the altcoins. Most likely the money is flowing out of Bitcoin and going into altcoins. As far as the market dynamics are concerned, as of now, this is what is going on, guys. This is what is going on. Pretty much clear right here. So until we are trending above $36,000 levels on Bitcoin itself, I think altcoins will certainly trend against USD pair. But once Bitcoin starts trending above $36,000 levels, that is where, to my best guess, altcoins will have better confidence. Altcoins will have a better trend in terms of going to the upside. Now, until then, guys, if this support is being held, you're fine. You're completely fine on Bitcoin itself. But if this support goes to shit, most of the altcoins are also going to look like shit, guys. It's how things goes in crypto market, right? If your landlord is going to go down by 20%, most of the altcoins are probably going to go down by 50 to 55%, guys. This is how the things are like in our market, right? Now, essentially, if we just take a look at the momentum oscillators in the small time frames, yep, your oscillations are looking fine. The TSI, the true strength indicator right here, is still bouncing off of the lower support, which is essentially a good signature, guys. I mean, this is kind of strengthful in the 12-hour time frame itself. So potentially, we do have higher chances of clearing these levels to the upside on Bitcoin. We do have higher level chances of just starting to trend above $36,000 levels on a 12-hour trading basis. But essentially, until we are not closing any 12-hour candle above these price points, I don't think it's going to be coming just like that. But certainly your indications are towards the fact that yes, we could be looking at potential more and more liquidity coming into Bitcoin, and that could essentially set in good trends for altcoins as well. Now, if you just take a look at the MACD, just clear everything out, guys. This is not that strengthful. I mean, look, we did go up, but I mean, this is not strength. Certainly not a lot of strength coming in terms of the MACD itself. But let's just stick to what is really important, to be honest with you. Now, this TSI indicator, guys, why do I talk about this particular signature right here? Because we can see bounces coming off of this this lower band, this lower TSI band again and again, and at least for some time you do see that continuation to the upside, and you do clear out some levels, right? So essentially what I'm talking about is that this signature right here, this little bounce which is happening alongside the lower TSI, is certainly looking nice. Is certainly looking nice in the small time frames, small to mid time frames, to be honest with you. But until we are maintaining the support, most of the market is going to look completely fine, guys. Bitcoin should be range bound between these levels to the upside and the downside for altcoins to do good. Alright, now next up we have Ethereum. Ethereum is looking different, guys. Ethereum is looking way different than Bitcoin itself. And if we just talk about the daily time frame, this one is really wanting to trend with the 21 exponential itself, but not a lot of strength, guys. Not a lot of strength. Now, if you had you been looking at some strengthful price action coming from Ethereum, we would have not rejected the price action like this from these levels. But it looks to me like until you are maintaining your higher low structure again and again, Ethereum will continue its trend to the upside. Now that brings me to a point that until the daily trend is towards these levels, until the daily trend is being supported onto the $2,200 levels, yes, most of the altcoin market is going to keep on trending to the upside. With Bitcoin dominance going down, Ethereum certainly will lead the altcoin market, guys. Now ETH against BTC real quick. Let's see what's going on right there. And yep, to my best disbelief, yes, this is certainly going to the upside and looking completely strong and fine. Now 3-day candle did close again. I mean, guys, look, this is where, right at this candle closure, I was like, all right, now this is not going to be a good opportunity to short the altcoins against BTC. And it looks to be like, yep, your trend is certainly continuing to the upside, making your way towards this rejection high right here, sitting and at 7.5 million satoshis per Ethereum. Now, once we start taking this level to the upside, that is when your exponential trend on most of the altcoin pairs against BTC could happen, guys. Could happen. For the time being, this is certainly looking nice. This is certainly looking strengthful. And first and foremost, yep, you could be looking at some further continuation move to the upside. Although, do we have any diagonal trending resistance coming out of these levels? Most likely, but would I put a lot of weight into this one? Not essentially, but if there has to be one thing right here, it's going to be this one, guys. Now this 3-day candle as of now is looking completely fine, and if this closes like this, most likely your RSI would put in a trend above the 60 reads on the RSI itself. Now that could look nice, that would be really nice, and that is when we could eventually start formulating the price action going to the upside, clearing this level and ultimately testing the previous all-time high, sitting at 8.2 million satoshis per Ethereum. And after that we can talk about dissipation in the strength itself on the market. But as of now, we are gaining momentum to the upside. The strength is looking fine on the time frame, which is really significant, guys. 3-day time frame is really significant, and Ethereum is constantly holding this grind as well to the upside. And most likely, once we start exploding above 60 reads on the RSI, with the price action, judging by the price action, at least we're going to be testing these levels, and then we're going to be testing this high right here, sitting at 8.2 million satoshis. Once we go above this price point, holy shit, Ether will start trending above most likely 0.1 BTC per Ethereum, and could make its way all the way towards the previous all-time high for ETH BTC, sitting in at 0.15. Holy crap. Holy shit. Okay, now next up we have PolkaDOT. PolkaDOT, certainly on the macro, is completely bearish, guys. This is bearish piece of price action. Ever since we rejected this grind to the downside, we have been making grinds and grinds and grinds. Now this is another grind, to be honest with you. This is just another grind. So in the small time frame, certainly we could have a good bounce and a good potential trade for a 35% move to the upside. Now this is crazy. Now certainly an opportunity which I would be looking forward towards, right? Now what has to happen right here is something which is happening on Ethereum, at least setting in a trend above the exponential 21. Now once we start doing that, yes, most likely you can long with confidence, guys. Until then, this price action is going to be really choppy. Until we are resolving this one to the upside, the small time frame bias is resolved to the upside, this is going to be very choppy, and it's going to be really difficult to set in a proper trend for PolkaDOT itself. Now judging by the momentum oscillations, we are coming from extremes, man. Holy shit, we do have crazy amount of divergence. I can't deny the fact that the amount of divergence, okay, all right, we got some crazy influence, crazy confluence on the relative strength index itself. Well, not exactly interacting with the grind, but essentially this is the grind which I would be looking at on PolkaDOT itself. And judging by the divergence coming from these three lows, yep, these divergences are for real, guys. These bullish divergences are for real as of now. Now at the most, once you start setting in a trend above the exponential 21 on the daily time frame, essentially this price point right here, sitting in at $17.5 levels, to be honest with you. We can extend this one all the way towards 17.5, I guess. But yep, essentially you want to set in a trend above the exponential for PolkaDOT to go to the upside, and we could have real chances to invert this trend, to revert this trend to the upside, because we do have divergence on the time frame, which is quite significant, guys. We are talking about this price point and this price point right here for a bullish divergence like this, and we're talking about this point and this point right here for yet another bullish divergence, guys, between this point and this point right here on the RSI. So we got double bullish divergence of these lows which are still under formulation. But essentially once we start trending above this one right here, we could have real chances on PolkaDOT at least testing these price points, guys. $20 to $23 levels could be coming to fruition for PolkaDOT itself, and your exponential 21 is sitting in at $22 levels exactly, guys, on the 3-day time frame itself. So this is what I would be aiming for. This is the target which I would be looking for on PolkaDOT itself, and I would be managing my risk well. To be honest with you guys, this is quite a large range right here. Let's jump on the small time frame and see if we have any risk management point right here. As of now, we don't have anything going on, guys. So this is your ultimate rejection low, which happened around the $15.12 levels, and until you are hovering above these price points, your targets towards $22 levels could come into fruition real soon on PolkaDOT itself. And guys, look. Now, to be honest with you, these big caps are going to take their own time to formulate their own trend, right? Because it takes a lot of money to move these giants, guys. Now if we talk about some low cap altcoins, like I don't know, like Shiba Inus for that matter, you don't need a lot of liquidity to push that one to the upside. But if you compare that to PolkaDOT itself, this is a giant, guys. PolkaDOT is certainly a giant, right? And it takes a lot to push the price action to the upside. So essentially my bias for the macro is going to be bearish for PolkaDOT, but in the small time frames we could have real chance reverting all the way towards $22 levels of PolkaDOT if your trend is completely fine. And judging by what Ethereum is doing in the market, the ETH BTC pair is doing in the market, PolkaDOT could essentially hit that target. PolkaDOT could certainly hit the $22 targets in the coming days and the months as well. Now essentially, am I too excited about this price action right here? Nope. certainly not, guys. Why do I say this? Because PolkaDOT was grinding against this choppy price action for a very long time, and your ultimate breakout happened after crazy amount of strength, and your general market landscape was looking strengthful as well, which is why PolkaDOT had that push going on to the upside, and you had that continuation trend to the upside, guys. But until we did resolve this range to the upside, you were hovering across this chop for a very long time. So I would be really cautious. In terms of just going about my greed, guys. Like in terms of taking profits, I would not be generous in terms of just laying out this position in the market and sleeping peacefully. Certainly not, guys. This is not the landscape to just stay bullish completely blindly and expect these ones to go to the upside without any chop and without any rejection or without any stop hunt for that matter as well. Crazy amount of stop hunts, guys. Which is why this range is huge, guys. Your stopping range is huge. It's 10% range for invalidation, which is why managing your risk according to that is going to be certainly helpful, to be honest with you. Now there's another level in the small time frames. Well, that is not that significant, but certainly this level has to hold if this breakout has to continue to the upside. Now if we don't hold this one to the certainly going to be testing the exponential 21 on the 4-hour itself, and then you can formulate a base right here and then try another attempt, guys. Until then, PolkaDOT is certainly formulating a higher low structure again and again as it keeps on trending alongside this trend line right here. And if we are going to be maintaining this posture, yes, you could break out and ultimately head towards these targets. But if I were to be bullishly operating onto this asset right here, for full disclosure, I'm not doing that. But if I were to be operating on a bull side and were to be managing a positional trade on PolkaDOT, I would be having a lot of caution. I would be proceeding with caution, and I would be certainly conservative about the capital, guys. Look, we saw the truth right here. There is no new influx of money in the crypto markets as of now. The total crypto assets are certainly in the downside. The total capital flowing to crypto market is certainly to the downside, which is why we don't really have to expect some explosive moves to the upside onto major assets like PolkaDOT itself, guys. Now, certainly you could talk about Axie Infinity doing crazy gains, guys. Holy crap! I mean, all right. Let's talk about AXS USDT real quick and see what's going on right there. This is just trending alongside the 21 exponential on the 4-hour time frame itself, signifying that this is crazy strength, and we did take the previous all-time high. Holy crap, guys! Holy crap! Axie Infinity looking amazing. Wanted to continue this trend to the upside, and well, since we have broken out of this all-time high, certainly if I were to be long in this one, I would be managing my risk below this price point right here, as if we are not going to be closing weekly candles above this previous all-time high, I could potentially, judging by the market landscape, this could be a swing failure, and then we could come down back all the way towards the deep retracements level. Not exactly deep retracement, but something like a golden pocket zone sitting onto the 618, standing in at $7 levels, guys. Well, I was concerned about the fact that we could be rejecting off of this high right here, and then we could formulate a cumulative price action on these levels, and then we can push to the upside. But it looks to me like Axie looks to me like this asset doesn't want to stop. Holy crap, it just wants to keep going to the upside, and you can see the small time frame trends are perfectly fine alongside the 21 exponential. So with this support being lost, I would certainly want this exponential to be lost as well for any continuation, for any breakdown out of this range right here, until we are above the support and your moving average or immediate exponential is inclined to the upside like this. This is going to go to the upside. This is just simply going to continue to the upside. Right now, your okay RSI is completely overbought onto these levels, and we can't deny the possibility of a potential head and shoulder formulating of this level. I mean, look, I would not put a lot of weight in. Nope. This is not a head and shoulder. Holy shit. Nope. No way, shape, or form or size. This is a head and shoulder right here. Although I would be concerned if we do start printing in some bearish divergence coming from this high and this high right here between this price point and this price point. But the posture is looking completely fine, guys. This is a trend under motion, and I would certainly refrain from standing in front of a moving train. And this is a moving train. This wants to move like crazy, guys. Holy shit! Look at the strength coming from this candle right here, which brings me on to another risk management point for Axie Infinity itself, which is going to be $7.8 levels, guys. Now, why do I talk about this one right here? Because just a naked charting perspective, in terms of the price action strength, it came out strong from the $8 levels, guys. This was crazy buying action coming from $8 levels, took out this high and is continuing the trend to the upside. So if I were to manage my risk on let's just say on a completely market exit basis, I would be not interested on Axie Infinity below $8 levels, to be honest with you. Right now, from the upside, this is a significant number. This is 40%. This is crazy. So guys, this is what happens if an asset is extremely hard in terms of trending to the upside, and you want to get into a positional trade for that matter, guys. Your risk management is going to be huge. Your risk management and your risk tolerance is going to be huge, guys. This is right here a 40% gap for you. And certainly, if you really want to get into Axie Infinity for a swing position for that matter, you have to manage your risk onto a 40% basis. That's crazy. Certainly something which I would not be vouching for that matter, I guess. Now, next up we have MATIC, and guys, this one is still going on. I mean, the short position out of this high is still working fine, to be honest with you. And this is a grind, guys. This is essentially a bearish continuation as of now. Although I would be really concerned about the position itself if we start trending above $1.25 levels on a daily basis, on a daily trending basis. Once we start doing that, I guess we could be looking at these price points coming into fruition. $1.45 levels to $1.55 levels on MATIC itself could come into fruition. But as of now, this is not as strengthful as you want it to be, guys, to be honest with you. Now, most of the assets, you saw Axie Infinity itself, and that is looking strong. That is strength coming from the lows, and a potential continuation momentum move is also going on for Axie Infinity. Whereas MATIC is not looking that strengthful of the lows, although I can't deny the fact that how this is starting to evolve as a trend, guys. This is starting to evolve as an uptrend, as you're pushing hard against the support again and again. You're putting in a low which is higher than your previous low again and again, and you do want to trend to the upside. Once we start taking this high on a trending basis, $1.25 levels on MATIC itself, then you can start targeting these price points all the way, sitting in at far-fetched, but yeah, could be possible, $1.68 levels. As far as this trend is looking fine, yep, you could have that momentum move to the upside. Now, me personally, I would be looking at this as a potential triangular distribution happening off of this high back again. So essentially, this retest of the $1.25 levels is going to be very significant, guys. If we clear this level to the upside, yep, your targets could come into fruition. And if we reject this one again onto these levels, your continuation move could bring price all the way down onto these price supports, guys. I'm talking about 0.75 cents, and your ultimate target for this entire leg to the downside, if we keep on continuing to the downside, is going to be all the way towards this entire liquid support, guys. This is a huge ass support. Even if you put on the VPVR right here, this is going to be huge ass support. Let me see if I have the VPVR going on. Yep, I do have it. Yes, you can see, guys, we have huge volumes right here, and we don't have any volume in this price point, to be honest with you. There's nothing, guys. Below 0.75, there is nothing. And well, right here we do have some volume going on to $0.8 levels, and currently where we're sitting in at, yes, we have a lot of volume here as well. So essentially, we could certainly break to the upside all the way towards these price points, and we can break down out of this entire volume confluence happening on these levels, and we can keep on continuing to the downside. First and the foremost gap is going to be happening on the $0.8 levels, and once we start losing that one, guys, this is what could come into fruition for MATIC itself, and essentially a big area to look for values if you're looking to invest. If you're looking to invest in MATIC, yep, that is your big fat ass area of value for that matter, right? Now, jumping on to the next asset, what do we have? We have BNB. Now, guys, this is looking nice. BNB, in terms of the price action strength coming from the lows, is looking nice. Now, do we have any bullish divergence of the lows? Nope. We don't have any bullish divergence. But if we take a look at daily time frames, I do believe we have divergence. Yes, we do have some crazy divergence between this price point and this price point right here. And as of now, BNB is looking nice, guys. BNB is looking nice. Now, this is the price action which I was talking about on MATIC itself, right? Now, this was also trying to grind against this resistance line, and it looks to me like, yes, we have taken this one out. So what are going to be your upside targets for BNB itself? If you just take a look at the symmetrical breakout, I think have we met the target? No, we have not done that yet, but $350 levels could come into fruition for BNB real quick. Most likely today itself, we could continue and push all the way towards $350 levels, and once we start clearing these levels to the upside, guys, the last rejection high coming in at 370 would be your another target, right? And if we keep on continuing to the upside like most of the crypto assets are doing as of now, we could be looking at 420 retest back again. Your 420 looks to me like 420 level on BNB is quite significant from a fundamental standpoint. $420 levels. As of now, the RSI is looking nice, and is it breaking against a grind? Yes, it's breaking out of a grind, guys. The RSI, yes, this one got well, this is a real breakout on the grind itself, and this was your key point to long, man. Holy shit, this was one of the good looking buy indicator right here. And let's see where the price point was. I mean, yes, you did come back all the way towards this low, but essentially this was your long signal right here, guys, for all the way towards $420 levels, to be honest with you. Now this is trending hard. The RSI is looking completely fine, and your exponential trend, your big fat ass gigantic trend could start happening above the 60 reads on the daily RSI itself, right? Until then, yes, BNB could chop, but certainly your direction and your momentum is aligning perfectly fine to the upside, whereas your 2 cent indicator is certainly crossing up, and this is strengthening, guys. This one is strengthening, and we do want this signature to happen alongside this cross right here. Now this cross happened. Where did it happen? Let me just put a vertical trend line right here. This cross happened right here with your RSI starting to trend above these price points. Yes, 2 of the confluences happening on some key indicators. And let's talk about the volatility index as well. Volatility is kind of squeezing down. It's not that expansive as of now, but we do want to see that. Now, the volatility is expanding from the hourly time frame, guys. The volatility has started expanding on the hourly time frame itself, which is why, yes, this can be very volatile, guys. BNB can certainly be volatile onto these levels, but the trend is certainly towards the upside. Now, your ultimate rejection and your ultimate failure of this move to the upside all the way towards these price points could come into fruition. All right, okay, what just happened? Did I push the space bar? I did that, I guess. Yep. Now you could be losing out of the momentum once you start breaking below the support line right here, guys. This one right here. I'm talking about the support out of which we just broke out. So essentially, if we come back down to the $320 levels in the first and the foremost go, this is going to be a buy. This is going to be a buy in the first and the foremost pass. But if we reject this one, we're going to be coming back down all the way towards these price points. Let me just extend this one and do a little precision analysis for all of you. This could eventually turn out as a support, guys. $320 levels. Yeah, $320 to $310 levels on BNB could be a range out of which it can get supported. Now, your entire trend, your possible reversion to the mean, and your possible reversal from the lows could get into jeopardy once we start losing this one right here, guys. This is your significant low, which was setting my BNB onto the $292 levels, and once we start taking this one to the downside, yep, your trend would certainly get into jeopardy, right? And certainly, yep, BNB is setting in a new trend which could push the price action all the way towards the upside. Now BNB against BTC, real quick, let's see what's that. BNB BTC, let's see what's happening right here on the hourly time frame itself. Straight up breaking out against the grind. Yep, good piece of price action coming from BNB itself. 12-hour time frame, the time frame that really matters. Holy shit, look at this price action. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 12-hour candles on the green, straight up. That's crazy, guys. I do feel that the RSI is overbought right now, but that does not mean that BNB could stop going to the upside just because the RSI is overbought, guys. Look, RSI can go all the way towards 90 reads as well, and RSI could just do something like this in terms of choppy behavior, and still the trend could go to the upside, guys. This trend, this certainly could. Now, judging by the altcoin BTC pair and judging by the Bitcoin dominance as a whole, certainly your altcoins against BTC are looking nice. I mean, I'm not joking, guys. This is looking good. Ethereum is setting up a good trend for most of the altcoins against BTC itself. So your risk to reward opportunities could look nice on the BTC pairs rather than your USD pair itself. Most likely this one also continues to the upside, but in the small time frames we are dealing with the resistance as of now on BNB BTC onto these levels. But this 12-hour candle is going to close pretty soon, and well, we can extend this entire zone like this, guys. Would I be really FOMOing into BNB right now? Nope, doesn't look like a nice entry to me, to be honest with you. We could come back down onto these levels, and then we can evaluate some areas of values, and then we can talk about a potential uptrend all the way towards these price points. Something which Ethereum is doing, guys. Something which Ethereum is doing, right? Trying to test these highs. Ethereum is trying to test the last rejection highs, the major highs. Now for Ethereum, it is somewhere alongside 7.5 million satoshis, and for BNB, it is sitting in at 0.01. Apparently 1.1 million satoshis, to be honest with you. Now, certainly trend is looking nice, and once we start trending above this support right here, yes, something like Ethereum could happen on BNB BTC itself. Now what do we have? All right, looks to me like we are at the end of the video, and I was really keen about charting itself. 28 minutes down the line. Holy shit, guys, that was a long one again. I thought I'm going to be winding this one up real quick, and guess what, new mic right here for you guys. So I think this is, let me know about the audio quality. Audio quality, is it better or is it worse than the previous videos, guys? Is it worse than these kind of videos? Just let me know about the audio quality, and I will catch all of you in the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.